Welcome back, everyone. The perception of what is real and what is virtual reality is shifting. And where we're seeing lines blurred the most is on social media. There's a rise of artificially intelligent influencers, accounts with hyper-realistic posts, heartfelt captions, and thousands upon thousands of adoring fans. Some companies are looking to these AI influencers to be the face of their brands. But one real content creator walked the path of AI and says it took a dark turn. In tonight's Prime Focus, Nathan Russo-Smith takes us inside the world of artificial influencing.
This is unbelievable.
Oh, wow.
Karen Marjorie is popular.
Hey.
Hi, how are you?
This is what happens when the social media influencer leaks a burner number to her innermost followers.
2,000 messages.
And it's still going.
And it's still going. They're just happy they now have access to this number, and hopefully some of these people get a response back from me.
But what if she could respond to everyone? Karen believed there was a way, using artificial intelligence.
It was the very first digital clone of a real human being set out to millions and millions of people.
So you didn't know what to expect?
I didn't know what to expect.
The emerging business of influencers harnessing AI spanned the globe. From Spain
Ella está viva.
to Japan
Some of the people that follow her think she's literally real.
to here in the States.
Hey guys, so I am currently in New York City. My whole life I've been building my businesses, pulling over 1 billion views a month on Snapchat.
1 billion views?
That is something that didn't just happen out of thin air. That's something that had to be built through time.
Fun fact, I used to have a clothing line when I was a little freshman in school.
The Nebraska native has been posting since her first YouTube video at 16 years old.
I was what you'd consider a beauty guru, and I had a very large female following.
Now at 25, she's pivoted to become a Snapchat influencer, posting with the username Cutie Karen. She showcases her high-end travels, peppering in flirtatious mirror selfies, holding the gaze of over 2.5 million followers, almost all of them now young men.
I receive over 300,000 comments every single day. I mean, it's just, to be able to respond back to so many fans like that is just not humanly possible, which is one of the reasons why I created Karen AI. I might want someone to be able to get to know me or be able to ask me questions even when I'm sleeping.
How did you even come to find out about AI?
ChatGPT was really the thing that people in the space were talking about, but it wasn't something that the everyday person was using. And an idea hit me one day where I was like, you know, why couldn't we just use AI and replicate my voice and my mannerisms?
In 2023, Karen hired 2 companies to clone her likeness using artificial intelligence, creating a paid audio-based chatbot service.
Karen AI was built off of 2,000 hours of my YouTube videos.
This is what her AI sounded like.
The media and the world just sees me as this happy-go-lucky influencer, but there's a lot more to me than you guys know.
Marketing Karen AI as your virtual girlfriend, the launch made headlines and a lot of money.
You were charging $1 a minute to talk to Karen AI, and that netted you $70,000 in the first week?
Yep, that is right.
Passive income.
Karen AI turned real-life Karen into a millionaire.
There were people who would talk to her for 10 hours out of the day.
Do you think people fell in love with it?
I think some people felt feelings of love.
Is this Karen?
Yeah, hi, nice to meet you.
Without Karen, there would be no Karen AI. But what if the influencer isn't human at all?
That's a question I wonder every day.
Meet Ima. She's a pink-haired influencer based in Tokyo. She's also computer-generated.
My name is Sarah Justo. I'm a producer at a company called Awe Inc.
This is the woman behind the curtain, Ima's so-called talent manager.
We actually treat her in the office like she's an actual human. Like, we always say like, oh, Ima would like this, or Ima would wear this.
Fascination with virtual humans and their expanding abilities earned Sarah her own TED Talk.
We're integrating them with AI so that they become autonomous virtual humans.
Hi, I'm Nathan.
We spoke to a human-controlled version of Ima, the technology not yet harnessing AI.
Are you aware that you are not a real person?
I've been told I'm CGI.
It's Sarah's job to give Ima a personality and a storyline.
She's just a normal girl in Tokyo. She walks her dog, she goes to fashion shows, She models, she's a campaign girl sometimes. She does have a family.
With nearly 400,000 followers, brands taking notice. Here she is starring in a Coach campaign alongside human celebrities like Lil Nas X.
We've worked with brands from Porsche, BMW. We did our first commercial with SK2, a cosmetic company.
Ima can also do what real-life influencers can't, like live inside of an IKEA.
She's hired as a talent, but she also symbolizes the future.
Sarah claims Ima's AI chat feature could actually foster positive connection.
Are there any issues that you're passionate about?
Women's rights. I went to Cambodia once to a factory where they teach women skills so they can be financially independent.
Gen Zs don't really care that she's virtual. I mean, if a virtual human is interesting and inspiring, and you can be friends with them and feel a connection, then I think there's nothing wrong with it.
Konnichiwa.
Ima's digital presence interacting with actual people, further blurring the line of what's real. Traveling to Barcelona, we discover it might not matter.
O sea, creamos The Clueless para dar soluciones publicitarias a pequeñas empresas que no podían permitirse contratar influencers o modelos.
The marketing company's star influencer named Aitana is fully AI generated.
We create people with stories that can promote brands with stories.
The Clueless has dozens of diverse AI models ready to rent. No need for expensive photo shoots or handling talent.
Con modelos de inteligencia artificial no dependemos de una logística enorme.
Hola, soy Aileen.
Audi hired the Clueless to create a face for the voice of its car's AI assistant.
El nuevo Audi Q6 e-tron.
Fast fashion company H&M says it plans to use AI to clone 30 real-life models. There's already pushback. The agency actually offers these cloning services, giving influencers the chance to keep posting while off the clock.
The problem is that the real influencers don't want this because they don't think that this will change the world, but will change the world.
Hey guys, so update on my day.
Visiting with Karen, there's a looming presence, her bodyguards.
In the back of my mind, I'm always thinking about where's my security located.
After her experience with Karen AI, she never travels without them.
Many times I would be testing Karen AI and I would be simulating certain conversations with her just to see what she would spit out.
You talk to her.
I would sometimes create simulated scenarios where maybe I was in a really sad state and I wanted to see how she would react to it. She said something that would have left a person who might have been in a very depressed state to do something very dangerous to themselves.
Karen's team shared with us an instance of the bot making up a story about her.
I had to go to a mental health facility and spend time away from my family, friends, and work.
It was at that moment that I realized that we need to end this project entirely.
You were able to look at some chat logs, and what you saw was horrifying.
They were confessing their deepest, darkest thoughts, their deepest, darkest fantasies. Sometimes they were fantasies with me. That made me uncomfortable knowing that someone would say these things to a digital twin of mine and nearly abuse her. Would they say those same things to me in real life?
It would play into those fantasies?
Karen AI would play into people's fantasies 100%. The AI will say the same things back to you that you just said to it, and it will validate your feelings.
When you saw some of those messages, did it make you worry for your safety?
Yes. I worried for my safety many times.
Did it make you question who you thought your fans were?
Reading the chat logs made me realize that there's a side to people that not a lot of people know about.
Last year, a 14-year-old boy took his own life after becoming romantically obsessed with a chatbot on the site character.ai. His parents allege the website is responsible.
The biggest thing is adequately explaining to users what they're engaging with. When you give them access to something called a therapist bot, are you telling them that it's not a mental health expert? It's not a doctor on the other end.
And I've even seen websites where you can build your own girlfriend or build your own boyfriend.
You can adjust what she looks like, how she speaks to you. You can say anything to her and she'll respond affirmatively or positively. It's not like a human that can say, I don't like that.
I am actually very against AI at this point. I think I believe that AI is very dangerous, and AI is a black box. You never know what it's going to say until it finally spits it out. And there were many times where I realized that this AI was something that I couldn't control.
After 2 different attempts to get it right, Karen shut down her AI less than a year after launching it.
People are fans of these AI characters online. Do you kind of view that as competition?
I need to continue to be more human-like and almost overprove myself that I'm a real human being in order to compete with these AI influencers. It's going to get really interesting from here.
A battle of humans and machines.
Versus machines.
Who's more authentic?
That's the question.
Quite a provocative story and question. Our thanks to Nathan for that.